Good morning to all of you. So in the previous class, already we have studied about pandas, instructions, as well as commands, functions, like that, right? So in this class, I will explain how to draw the graphs on the pandas, the data frames, as well as on series. So that is any data, the visual representation is a very important, and it is very easy to understand instead of table of values. So in this case, suppose if you want to do the visual representation in the Python, we can use the one package that is matplotlib package. This matplotlib contains most of the, so that is different types of graphs how to draw. So that is a pie plot. So suppose here is, in this case, suppose if you want to draw the bar chart like this. For example, here is, you see that here is a bar chart. In this bar chart, in the left hand side, suppose here is the values are there on y-axis and x-axis also there are some values. Just to only I take the values. So next here is the employee salaries. Employee salaries are considered on the y-axis, and employee IDs, identity numbers on the y-axis. And here is I have drawn the legend of, that is the employee data. Legenda displayed, and the color of this graph is red, and the name of this graph is Microsoft Info. Suppose if you want to draw this graph, for example, you see that first thing is the input matplotlib.pyplot as PTL. So instead of writing this entire name, we can rename it as a PTL. That is alias name. PLT is a alias name for matplotlib.pyplot. So that is import pandas as PD. So that is the pandas also we can rename as a PD. That is the alias name. So first thing is, already in the previous section I explained that. So that is the data that contains the employee IDs and employee salaries or employee data. So that is the first thing is, we can read the data CVS files and assign the data to the database. EM data is equal to PD dot read underscore CSV of, so that is the, within the double quotes we can write F colon, so backward slash to one EMP data SCV. So here is actually EMP data dot CSV is a file created, and that is kept in the directory of F. So that's why we had given the path name of this. So after that, so then again this database is converted into, so that is the data frame. So suppose there is a PD dot. Suppose whenever you are using that, we can use the PD dot. So then then we are using the PD dot data frame, PD dot data frame of EMP. So after that, so on x-axis, so I have seen employee ID, DF AMP ID values we are keeping on the x-axis. Y is equal to DF dot salary. So that is the salary column attributes will be copied in the DST. So next plot bar. So PLT, that is here is a PLT means that is a PLT dot bar. Bar means it is a bar graph. X comma Y. So that is the X column EMP ID column values and salaries in the Y axis, and the label name we are giving employee data. This is the title, this is the name of the column, and the color we mentioned within that color is equal to red. So after that, suppose X label, so that is on X axis we are given the employee IDs PLT dot X label. That X label can be used to display the name on the X axis, and Y label that is used to display the name on the Y axis, and the title means that is the title of the graph. So that is the PLT dot title Microsoft Inc. So then here is PLT dot legend. PLT dot legend means already I have shown that in the, so that is the legend of employee data of this one. So then PLT show means, suppose this is just like get ch function. So suppose after displaying the graph, so if you want to see that graph, then you have to use the empty plt dot show function. So, but when I answer that, first thing is here is we are reading the database. So from the F directory, and we are converting the database into data frames. So after that, we are selecting two columns. So that is the so that is the two columns. So that is the employee ID is one column, and the salaries of employees are another column. But here is on x-axis we are considered EMP ID values, and y-axis we consider salaries. So then we are drawing the bar chart. So in the bar graph, we can use the x comma y. That is the two labels we are taken. Label means employee data we are taking. This label is considered as a legend. So color means that is a red color, and you can use any colors, red, green, blue, or anything, etc. So on the x-axis, we can give a label of ID, and y-axis we are giving label of salaries, and the title we mention the title. After that, when you draw this, so here is we are getting the graph. You see that in this graph, these are the employee salaries on y-axis, and employee IDs on the x-axis, and the title of the graph is Microsoft in, and so that is the employee data is the legend of this graphics. Have understood that how to draw the bar graph? Yeah, thank you. So next one is another bar graph. We can draw this. Suppose here is, if you want to compare the two values on the same graph like this. For example, so that is the sales department and the production department. For example, sales department we are representing with red colors, and production department we are representing with the green color, and everything is similar. For example, here is x-axis. So that is employee IDs we are taken, y-axis we are taken the salary, and x1 we are taken the IDs, and y1 so we are taken the salaries, and we are done the graph. So first graph PLT dot bar x comma y, label is equal to sales department, so color is equal to red, and plot graph x comma y, label production department, color is equal to green. So after that, on the x-axis we can do PLT dot x label, and PLT dot y label salaries, and the title we know the same thing. So then legend. So on this legend, that is the label on sales department, and the production department will be displaying. So this is this is the bar graph. Suppose on a single bar graph, so we can compare. So to refer to values, the bar graph, right? So 3 or 4, you can try any number of values you can compare and with the bar graph. So histogram. Next histogram. Already we know that how to draw the histogram. So an histogram represent the frequency of occurrence of each and every value. Suppose here is you are taken the employee ages and bins. So how many bins you have to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So suppose bin ranges were taken. So 0 to 10, at 10 to 1, at 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. That means within the range of 0 to 10, it is a one bin. Within the range of 10 to 20 is another bin. Within the range of 20 to 30 values, another bin, another bin. Like this, one. So these bins will be plot, ist, HIST. So employees, that is the bins. Ist type. Histogram type is, suppose here you can mention the line, then we can draw the lines. Or bar means we can draw the bars. So that is the width, R width. That is the row width of histogram. Hist is 0.8. Column is equal to 10. Suppose here is mentioning the data, number of bins, hist type is a bar, row width is 0.8. So then pick the label. Already we know that PLT. X label values, Y label values, the title, legend, and everything is same. Then you see that here is values 22, 30 is a one, 32, 40 is another, and 42, 50 is another one, and 52, 60 marks where we got the color of CL. So that is the X-axis label, Y-axis label, name of the graph, and so here is not mentioned the lesson. So slide. Suppose if you want to draw the pie chart, so already we know that pie chart is. With the pie chart, we can view pie chart. Sales, production, HR, and finance. So suppose 15% is HR, 15% is finance, 50% is sales, and production is 25 finance. For this one, we can use so slides 50, 20, 15, 15. Four parts we have considered. Department, sales, production, HR, and finance. Colors we can take in magenta, cyan, brown, and gold. Then you can write PLT at pi, PI, slices. So it means here is how many that the circle will be divided into four parts. And the labels, already we mentioned the departments. That is the four labels. Colors, already we have taken the list of colors. Starting angle is 90. Explode 0, 0, 0, 0.2, 0, 0. Shadow is 2. Suppose if you want to get an auto fact, that is the 1.0. So title, reprogrammation, legend, and show. It's for pie chart. Already you know everything about this. Just more briefly, I'm explaining all these things. So suppose here is another graph that is we are taking the plot. So if you want to draw the line like this, starting, so then years is equal to 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015. So profits 9, 10, 10.5, 8.8. For plot years and profit, and that line is blue. So then here is you can use. So that is here also you can mention the size. PLT dot title, the title you are mentioning, PLT dot XLR, and PLT dot YLR, and PLT dot show. So, but when you use this automatically, XYZ plot, so that the company graph will be displaying up this. I'm sure that. So some of the some other graphs important import pandas as a PD. So then you see that here is a so some more graphs data lines plot scattered plot you can use. So by way of this same thing we are repeating. So import matplotlib import kind X and Y. Yes. So that is the same thing here is repeating with the different values. Okay. So thank you. So I have understood. So after that, after understanding these videos, so I will take live class.